have an idea. I am going to prove that it is possible to record, produce, edit, and distribute a 4-song EP in one day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the MITCH show. We're doing a special episode today to crown the new year. Happy 2024. So, I had this idea, EP in a day, right? So I had a couple songs that I wanted to put on an EP, and I had this idea for a while. I wanted to honor my brother Mitch. That's the title of the album. It's called MITCH. Songs I wrote the year you died. And here are 4 songs. I had more than that, but I decided to just keep it simple. 4 songs dedicated to my brother Mitch, who I will love until the end of time. I love you, brother. And I know that he would love this album because he always supported my music. And there were many times that I would give songs as presents for Christmas. And so I just treated it like any other year. You know, like just because somebody dies doesn't mean that they are gone. They just are not on this physical plane. That is what I believe. And I've had many experiences since he died of him visiting me. Literally just this morning, I had an experience. It was a really profound spiritual experience. I was kind of thinking about the new year. I was saging the place down. I was allowing any new information to come to me, any wisdom that I need to know for 2024. And I was visited by Archangel Raphael, which I have been many times throughout my life. He usually comes in that green hue. And it even feels funny using the word he. Excuse me, guys. There's not really gender with the angels, in my opinion, necessarily. Okay, so that's for another day. We'll talk about angels another day. I have a lot of opinions on that because I have a lot of really deep spiritual experiences with the angels, but Raphael is that healing angel who comes and heals us from the deepest traumas of our lives. And I've had a lot of trauma in my life. I've had a lot of really challenging things. I participated in self-harm for 17 years. And it's been a few years since I have picked that up again. And I went through I went through cycles in my life where I didn't hurt myself and I would do really well with it. And then I would go back to it again when a traumatic event happened. I've overcome alcoholism, I know people say that you don't ever stop being an alcoholic. And, a part of me, I do understand what they're saying by that. I just don't like to put those words over me as identifiers, I'm an alcoholic. But at the same time, I stand in solidarity with many who have, that we've lost. My brother OD'd. And he went on and off for years. He went to rehab and, he was just the funniest, best guy. He was literally like a comedian, And he made everybody else's lives better. And so, I'm putting this album out in honor of my brother Mitch. It's one thing to go through traumas that are self-inflicted, with the self-harm and the addictions that I've dealt with and, the psychological mental illness-based things that I've had to work through for many years. Those are all about me, right? Those are things that are about me. It's different when it's about somebody else, a trauma, like when you lose a sibling or a parent or a lover or anybody really. I lost my Aunt Sandy around the same time, who I deeply loved as well. Shout out to Aunt Sandy. So they're on the other side with us, just like your loved ones are, and ancestors that we don't even know that are here supporting us from the other side. I am sure about that. And I don't say that very often because I'm like, well, everything's relative. I'm more philosophical. I'm a Sagittarius. I see my moon is in the 9th house. I'm kind of like, well, it's all relative, and it is all relative. But there are some things that I am like 99.99% sure, which is that our loved ones are connected with us here who have passed on. So I love this album because the songs that are on this album, they're not about my brother. They are the things that came up the year that he passed away, 2023. And there are different themes, that I went through. One song is called 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling trapped in the prison of your own mind, and it's of your own doing, but it's almost as if it makes it even worse because you're aware, you're hyper aware. It's like you're standing outside of the 8 of Swords looking at yourself, like you're dissociated from your own being and you're looking at yourself and you don't even know how to help yourself because you've never been there before. You've never experienced something that dark before. And I wrote that song in January of 2023, and Mitch died in April of 2023. So I wrote that song before he passed. Like, I had been going through a really, really, really dark time before Mitch died with my deconstruction / deconversion. See, I can't even say it. I was devout to that Christian religion, and I gave my life to that. And so it was a paradigm shift when I was taken and shown something. We are one. It's a much better belief. It's something that I always knew in my heart, and I'm glad that I was wrong. I am relieved. I am glad that there's no hell. I am glad that most of the planet is not unsaved like I was taught. I'm glad that we have a collective, that we're all in this together. Then I wrote about limerence. I wrote about, it's not just limerence with a person, but limerence with an idea, which is, it's like Neptune and Pisces, it's like the Neptunian haze of like what's real and what's not, and it blurs the lines. There was that weird like book that James Franco put out about Lana Del Rey, and like the conversations that he wrote that they never had those conversations, and she confirmed that. Just one example of like Neptunian energy of like, it's like people who believe their own lies because they're such a good liar. Then my third song, Never Enough, is about feeling like you were never enough no matter what you did. And then the fourth song is called Simple, which is about like, can we just have something simple, just true love in this world after everything we've been through? Can we just love each other? So with all of that said, I had this idea. Now let me get more to the practical side of things. I talked about my heart. I talked about, when I start writing music again and poetry and just writing in general, it's a side of me that I don't always let out. just because of the hurt that I've been through. But being vulnerable in this world and expressing your heart and yourself, that's what connects us. And we've all been through things that we can relate to each other on. It's 1:11 p.m. right now, 1:11, maybe significant. You know, it's the start of something new. I mean, really, 0, the Fool, is the leap into the new, but the 1 is the magician. It's like the blank canvas that we have to paint on now. It's like, what do we do now? You know, like if somebody dies, or if we go through a tragedy in our lives, we lose all our money, like we get some sort of, God forbid, disease, you know, there's tragedy all over the world. But we can make the conscious decision to be the light. And all that means is just being who you are. Because who you are is divinity at its purest source. So really the best thing that you can do in this world is be yourself. That's why people like Mr. Rogers, for example, were so influential, because he would say these simple things that held the weight of the world on his shoulders. In those words were the depth of human suffering. So being yourself, yeah, it's a cliche for a reason. Because being yourself is coming back to source. And part of me is, I've always written music. And so I got away from that for a while because I've been going through so much in my life. It's like I was barely able to see clearly. It's like I couldn't even see. I felt like I've been in a fog since the end of 2021, and I've just been doing all this shadow work, and while at the same time expressing all of these things in the best way I know how to continue to give and use my gifts to help people along the way, while I was silently crying, going through all of these things behind the scenes. And I have loved the best way I've known how these past couple years with like what I had to give so that I could continue to stay in the flow of source even when I felt like the light was flickering and there was nothing left. And this past year, 2023, I learned so much. It's like I was just in a room for a year, just tinkering with my projects, you know, just figuring stuff out, trying to receive from the divine, like what my next steps were exactly, trying to get back in tune with who I was because I lost myself, and I couldn't find her anywhere. I couldn't find him. I couldn't find them. And I did everything I could to gather that self back. I wrote this album, Fragments, a couple years ago now, before any of this happened. Like these albums, a lot of the time I'll write these songs that are like channeled, and then they'll be a precursor to something I'm about to go through. So bringing it back down to earth, back into the practical, right, into the tangible. We're not going to do any cards today, but let's just see. Let's see if there's anything just really quick that wants to come out. Sorry, that was my like weird thing that I do when I'm alone. My whole like Strength card, Temperance with the Fool. But it came out in the reverse. And that's what today's episode is about. Why are we not taking the leap? Why was I considering not releasing this album? Because the songs weren't polished enough or I didn't have time. That's what this episode is about. Through I decided I wanted to put this EP out before the end of 2023. So I decided to turn it into an experiment to show myself and other people that it's possible to create something the best that you possibly can in the little bit amount of time that you have. I had literally a day to do this. So I wanted to show that it's possible to do something like that from start to finish. And so it's not the best quality, and I'm sorry for that, guys. I filmed it on my phone. And for those of you who are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, again, I apologize that you can't see what's going on, but hop on over to my YouTube channel at The Metamystic if you want to watch this. It's kind of just like, it's an EP in a day. You know, it's me showing from start to finish how I put this EP out that is already out right now. And so if you want to listen to it, I have it on my YouTube channel at The Metamystic, also at Honeybee Music YouTube channel. You can also listen to it on Spotify. You can download it from Apple Music, etc. It's pretty much on everything. So if you're interested, it's already out. But I wanted to show you guys that it's possible with a little bit of balance and hard work and determination. If you just decide, I'm going to do this, even if you feel kind of like it's not your best, or it could be better, it could be more evolved. It's okay. Just go for it. And that's what today's episode is about. It's about taking the leap to do something even if you don't have the time or the resources. So I want to show that is possible. Not saying this EP is, totally like amazing. I'm just saying it's out, it exists. It's able to be streamed and downloaded, and it's done. It's been completed in one day. And so I want to show you guys how I did that. So I'm going to show the process, and I love you guys so much. And I just want to encourage you that you can do what you set your mind to do this 2024, and I am rooting you on from the sidelines. I love you guys. Here is EP in a day.
Good morning. We are working on EP in a day today. I have not been sleeping. My hair is gorgeous. I'm looking fabulous, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like absolute shit. So I'm trying I'm like sick. I'm trying to keep this real because it's like, this is the kind of stuff I do all the time, guys. Like, some of the stuff that I produce, I feel like death when I'm doing it. And then when I get to the editing process, I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. So my point with saying this is that do what you're gonna do. Like, even if you feel bad, or, you know what I'm saying. Don't be like needing to go to the hospital or something, but I'm just saying, it's like, these are all the sorts of excuses for why we don't do things. Like, but I was supposed to wake up like a sleeping beauty and like roll out of bed looking like Marilyn Monroe, but instead I look like Walmart brand Marilyn Monroe. Hey, it's all right. We're gonna take a shower. We're gonna do our hair. We're gonna get ready. Okay, I have to make my bed, but this is where I'm gonna set up my lights in front of the tree. I'm kind of doing like a throwback thing because about 2 years ago I put out an EP called The Pressing. It's in front of my fire so it looks more dramatic. I put out an EP called The Pressing. One of my friends did this like really cool artwork of me. I made t-shirts. Regardless, this was at the end of 2020. I think the album came out January 1st, 2021. I filmed a couple songs in front of the tree, the same tree. So I'm like, all right, let's do a throwback. That might only be for a couple OGs, but I'm gonna film it in front of the tree because I'm looking at this as a gift to my brother and also a gift to all of you. Happy holidays. These are the songs that I wrote this year. And I've written more than the 4 that I'm putting on the album, but these are the ones that I feel were the real, like, heavy hitters. So anyways, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna set my lights up. I'll show you guys like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up my camera, my microphone, and this is a realistic experiment. Okay, there's guys out there fixing the lady's gutter and stuff, so the sound, you know what I mean? Like, there's lots of factors. So I'm just telling you though, we're gonna get it done somehow, like we always do, and I want to prove that that's possible. All right. This, my coffee, is also an important part of this process. But I'm serious. Even if you are limited on time, this is my advice. Make sure that you take like a moment to kind of sit before. I mean, this is what I do. It doesn't have to be at the start. It could be in the middle. But for me, I do it at the start. EP in a day. So I'll kind of just sit and I'll drink my coffee, and it's kind of like a meditation where I'll kind of just prepare I'll visualize. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to set everything. I'm going to picture how I'm setting everything up over here. I have my outfit on. I'm kind of like planning throughout. I'm visualizing how it's going to go instead of just diving right in. Oh my God, I only have 8 hours to get this whole thing done. How am I going to do this? And blah, blah. If you're starting off in that energy, and I'm talking as a 4-planet Mercury placement in my chart, okay? So I understand, like, being like, blah, 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 blah. That, to me, that's, like, the worst way to start something. Even if you're, like, late and you have limited time, my advice would be to, even if it's 5 minutes, to just kind of, like, take control. It's kind of like... How do I say this, Spirit? It's kind of like the saying where, like, a queen is never... What is it? A queen is never late. Like, everybody else is waiting for you or something. I don't know. I'm botching the phrase, but it's the energy. It's like, even over your own life, nobody knows I'm doing this, except for you guys right now, and you're gonna see this later. But that's another thing. I don't tell people what I'm doing either. Because if I tell, like, everybody, hey, guess what? I'm putting out an EP and I'm going to do it in a day and it's going to be awesome. I'm telling you. And I'm also a 12th house stellium, okay? So I'm going to get a little spiritual with it. A business professional that teaches about business and entrepreneurship and everything would be saying to you, like, don't tell your ideas because then you won't want to do them. Absolutely true. But I'm going to take it one layer deeper and say, if you tell people about your ideas, this is what I believe. What can happen is it's kind of like putting peepholes in your process, energetically speaking, to where even if these people that you told don't, like, do anything or try to stop you or whatever, it's funny how sometimes when you open up the door energetically to something you're really, really happy about. I mean, I grew up in narcissistic abuse, so for me, I learned not to share anything that made me happy because it would be instantly destroyed. I know that's really sad to admit, but I've also learned that in life, if you share something you're really, really happy about, especially if you're successful, people hate that. And I'm sorry that this got really dark, but this is part of my big advice. Don't share, not only because people are going to ask you questions like, hey, how's that EP coming? Or they'll text you in the middle of the day. Don't tell people your plans also, because I personally believe it's not just us on this planet. I believe there's also other things involved here that would love to see you taken down, right? That would love to see you feeling like shit that you didn't complete your project. So all that said, let's wipe all that energy out of here. A little sage spray, even to that comment that I just made. I don't have OCD. Okay. I don't think. I mean, I might. I'm sure everybody's diagnosing me now, but okay. I like to envision what will be. I like to visualize what I'm about to do and take authority over that. It's like an energetic thing. I'm the one that's the director of this day. It's a one-man show. I'm doing the whole thing by myself. So I'm kind of thinking through, instead of just being, oh my god, I'm late, I'm gonna do all this, and I have 8 hours, and I blah blah. Going in with that energy, it's kind of the equivalent of, like, say I'm about to run a marathon today. Am I going to just burst out with all of the energy I have the second the race begins, or am I going to pace myself? For me, at least, and I think it is a general kind of rule, if you pace yourself, you can pretty much do anything. Because a lot of this stuff is a mental game. And if you can take authority over the situation, you're the director, you're the boss, you're the entire, orchestration of the idea. Even if you have a staff, right? You still have to be the one that's like, all right, I'm going to tell my assistant that I need this done. I'm going to ask this person to set my lights up for me, but I still have to be the one that organizes that whole thing in my mind so that I can even delegate to begin with. So because I feel like another excuse that people have is, well, I don't have any help and I don't have enough money. I am not spending a dime on this. And I have no help. I'm here all by myself. So I'm saying this as an example, and I've done a lot of stuff like this. Like, you can literally do a lot all on your own and with no money, and things will only get better the more help you have and the more money you have. But if you can't do it with no money and with no one, adding a bunch of other characters into the mix and more money, all it's going to do is just add more confusion, to be honest with you. So the best possible thing to do is to it's kind of like surveying the land, what I'm doing right now. I'm taking control over the situation. Control is kind of the wrong word. It's like an emperor energy. It's like I'm taking authority, maybe that's the right thing, over the whole thing, in my emotions, to where I'm confident in saying, I'm going to get this done today. Don't know how exactly it's going to go. We may have some problems along the way. Things may get annoying. I'm probably going to get tired, but we're going to get it done. Just like I'm picturing in my head, I'm about to start running this marathon, and I'm going to pace myself through this thing. So, with that said, that this is just what I do before I do anything kind of big in the day. Or even if I have, like, a project that's going to last me, like, the next month, I'll sit and I'll kind of just think about it. I don't even necessarily write anything down. I'm about to write out my set list. So the things that I do write down are things that are just like the bare minimum. I don't write like 25 paragraphs. We're going to do this and that and this and that. Sometimes I feel like that sort of stuff also it's almost like a procrastination method, and I'm like the queen of procrastination. So I try to avoid anything that's procrastination based. Like, oh, I'm going to take next Friday and I'm just going to plan out the entire thing. Why should it take a whole day? I'm very simple. I have my title card here. I'm going to write my 4 songs in the back. I'm going to run through them. My guitar's over there. I'm going to run through the songs, practice them a few times. I'm going to set up my lights, my camera, action, and my microphone. And then I'm going to step back again, look at it again, and then I'm going to start, right? And I'm going to test everything out, and I'll show you guys along the way what I'm doing. But all of this that I'm doing right here, this has taken me 9 minutes to explain this. Right? And as I'm talking to you in my head, I'm doing the process that I would be doing silently, just out loud with you guys, like thinking through all this. Because I'm telling you, it's if you want to take the spirituality out of it, even though Stephen Pressfield's kind of puts the spirituality in it. But anyways, the book, The War of Art, that book is all about the resistance that you feel to create your art. And his point basically of the book is if we want to do anything in life, especially something creative, you will need to learn how to overcome this resistance that you will inevitably be facing when you are doing anything. And I love that he's that, like, straight with it. He's not like, well, maybe everyone won't experience it. Maybe only some people. No, it's, his point is, like, if you do something that matters to you, you're going to face resistance. Why? Because there's all these, like, there's lots of reasons why, right? And we can go into all that. But the point is that I'm going to face probably a few roadblocks today. And I'm just preparing myself now that no matter what comes up today, I'm going to push through it. I'm going to be a problem solver. I'm literally doing this during Mercury retrograde as well. The reason why I'm confident to do it during Mercury retrograde is because I already had planned out that I was going to record this album before Mercury retrograde. So it's not like some crazy plan that I just came up with. It's something that I already planned to do, but I'm just really low on time. I had a lot to get done this month, so I only have today to do this if I want to get this out by December 25th, because I want it to be a Christmas album to crown the end of the year. This year has been slightly hellish, but here we are. I'm grateful to be here. So, all right, time to get moving. So this is the annoying part. This is the part that makes me not want to do anything ever. Okay? Come to my office. Hello. This is my studio. And of course I don't have to do this. I can just record the album here in my studio, but like I said, I really want to do it in front of the Christmas tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my lights and my camera out there and my microphone. Why I'm saying this is because for me, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, like, the thing that makes me not want to do this today is this bullshit. Okay. Like I said, I don't have to do this. I'm choosing to move everything, but I feel like this is the little stuff. This is like the fly in the ointment, because I could be talking to a room full of people that are, like, ready to do, like, all these amazing things, and it's crazy that sometimes the things that can stop us, this is probably going to take me 10 minutes to move, literally. Like, it's 10 minutes would stop me from creating this whole EP, so, and I have to reorganize this anyway, so in my head, I'm like, all right, I got to rewrap the chords and whatever, so I'm just taking this as an excuse to, like, fix my studio anyway. So, all right. Here. Also, this is, like, jerry-rigged, so don't judge me. There's like multiple lights, like, strung together on this and stuff. I don't know, guys. I'm not really, like, a sound guy. I'm not really, like, a tech sound and lights guy, so if anybody wants to work for me, ring me up. All right, let's see how long this takes. It's 10:57 a.m. I'll let you know what time it is when I finish moving all this out there. Let's see if it's like 10 minutes. Remember, this is the annoying shit. There's always gonna be annoying shit. With everything you do. Ah, damn it. Yeah. Honestly, part of the problem is how I have all this set up. This is another thing. Like, when I'm doing another project, I start to realize other shit. I start to realize, like, okay, wait. So, why do I have this set up the way I do in here? Okay, let's fix it. But that's for another day. It's just good. It's good to think through, like, the way that you have things as you're doing another thing, if that makes sense. It's like I try to add, like, other benefits to what I'm doing while I'm doing it, so that I'm like, well, that was super annoying, but now I know that this needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have known this unless I did this, in other words. Okay, yep, there she goes. Yep, alright. Too many chords, bro, too many chords. I'm already getting pissed. Okay. I get mad quick, so. Oh, and here's my outfit, by the way. I'm wearing this shirt. This is gonna be longer than 10 minutes if I do these freaking interludes, okay? But it would be 10 minutes if I wasn't doing all this. I'm wearing this shirt because this is a shirt that I've discontinued. It was from episode 2 of the MITCH show. The Missy Gordon reading her essays MITCH show. One of my wackier ideas that just did not land at all, of course. But I'm wearing it to, like, remember what I did back there, because it was, like, very weird, and I thought it was awesome, and I know my brother Mitch would appreciate it, so I'm sporting this shirt in the videos.
Welcome to the Missy Gordon reading her essays MITCH show. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? We don't get it. So it's like this. An ET comes to me and is all, hey, we want you to do a Dana Carvey thing. And I'm like, okay, I'll do a Dana Carvey thing. But I spoke too soon because I couldn't tell if they were making fun of me because the Dana Carvey show was a flop, possibly referencing my other 2 attempts to start this podcast. Or maybe they're implying that I am a genius innovator because without the Dana Carvey show, we probably wouldn't have people like Steve Carell or Stephen Colbert. There's also a third side option, which is probably the most probable, that I hallucinated the whole alien this is your purpose thing after eating a bunch of pizza and falling asleep after watching the Dana Carvey show documentary. Either way, here we are. I thought it was funny to do the Diet Mug root beer Dana Carvey show thing. So basically my essays felt bad for me and were like, we'll sponsor you. Here's my new segment. We love you, Missy, we love you. Buy my merch so I can pay rent and I'll see you on Pluto and Aquarius. We don't get it.
Okay. Time to move the lights. Again, I'm probably gonna have some technical person be like, girl, what are you doing? You're gonna blow up your house. So I don't know, guys. I've made it this far somehow. In life, I'm saying, but also with this process. So yeah, okay. Let there be light. You know what? It works. You make shit work when you have limited money, right? And that's what we're doing. Okay, let's test her. That's looking better. Let's turn on these. See? Not bad for freaking Jerry rigging the shit out of lights. It makes a big difference. I don't know, my hair's looking wild. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm not ready yet. Okay, so this is the concept. I might have to move this a little bit that way. This is the part that stops people, I feel. Because all of this setup and, you know, obnoxious technical shit, like I have to get behind my camera, I have to test it, now I have to plug in my laptop, test the sound, get the microphone going. It's like all of that shit, that takes like 30% of the energy and time to get the actual project going. Like I said, it'd probably be better if I just did all this in my studio, but just saying, you know. I always gotta make stuff more difficult, right? Okay, let me go get my microphone. Boom mic. Okay. Once again, everything that I'm doing, viewer's discretion is advised, just so you know. Because this is questionable what I'm about to do here. But again, it's all about being industrious, right? So I'm gonna connect this thing to my TV stand. Alright. Alright. Okay. It works. see that? Okay. How did she make it this far in life? With a lot of grit. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. See, this is a realistic test. I'm showing the whole thing, and it fits perfectly, baby. Fits perfectly. All right. Let's screw her in. Oh, God. All right. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. I'm already sweating. It's fucking hot in here. Okay. Okay. Alright. Whew. A little dusty. It's my very cheap soundboard. I know, I'm just revealing everything to y'all because what do I have to be proud about? You know what I mean? Alright. Let's see this. Here's that. Now, let's bring her over. Dude, it's gonna be fucking perfect. Alright. Sorry, my 11:11 alarm went off, so it cut me off, but here I am at the camera. So it took a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but you know I'd be gabbing, so it's probably been about like 15 minutes, so get ready with my camera. I have extra batteries. I have another battery pack in there, so if they run out, I've learned my lesson. I got 2 backups, bro. That's another tip. Pro tip. Alright, so set up the camera. We're gonna test out the image and see where we're at. Alright, now instantly this is not going as I thought it would. Let's take a peek. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Too close. Right? Moving it back. Look at my face. I'm like distraught. Okay. So, let's try this again. Alright, look at that. Can you see that? We're going to test that out. I don't have a monitor, so this is the crap that I have to do. I'm telling you, this is realistic. This is the sort of shit I do all the time. Okay, can't get my foot around. Okay, there we go. I feel like after this, people are going to unsubscribe. Be like, oh, wow. She doesn't know anything. No. I'm being totally serious, though. It's not about that. It's not about having like $25,000 equipment. It's how many people have won awards filming a short film on an iPhone? Do you know what I'm saying? So don't be discouraged. This is what I got right now for my budget. So, all right, let's test it. Hold on. Okay. This is what I'm gonna be. All right, let's test it. Okay. Ready? I feel like after this, people are gonna unsubscribe. Okay. Yeah, it's still not right. See how it's cutting my head off? Can barely see the tree. Okay, so I have to move the chair to the left so that the tree can be seen behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is the bullshit. Okay? And that's why I'm showing this and taking so much time on it. I'm not trying to annoy you guys. I'm just saying, like, this is the part where I'm just like, I don't want to fucking do this. Okay? So, I feel like other people would feel that way as well. So, it's annoying. And it's better if you have somebody else to be behind the camera to, like, help you. But at the same time, this is what we're doing. So, alright, let's try this again. Alright, let's test it with the guitar and see if we can get it in frame. I've moved things around a bit, so let's test this out now. Obviously, it's not perfect, and there are going to be things that really annoy me as a Virgo. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get it done. See, this is where I have to go into the Capricorn North Node, and I'm just like, dude, just get it done. You know? Realistic, I told you. Let me set you down for a sec. Alright. How am I actually sitting here? Okay. This microphone's about there. Wait a little. This fucking thing. Okay, I'll fix that after. This is just me testing where you can see the guitar in the camera. And of course, next door they're starting to do work. I told you. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know how to explain this, but whenever I do something like this, like, it has been silent on this street since I moved here a couple months ago. Literally, every single day. The day that I do this, didn't even plan that I was going to do it today. It's loud as fuck over there. So let's all just say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for you. Let's just say a little prayer for me. That this microphone will not pick up that noise. And even if it does, y'all, we're still gonna do this shit anyway. We can always re-record another time. We're getting this done today. I'm telling you, this is the attitude you gotta have, man. Because you're gonna have issues. I'm telling you. I mean, it's also Mercury retrograde, so what am I saying? But alright, let's test this. Let's see what we got. Oh shoot. I just showed you all my junk. I'm sorry, but okay. Alright. This is the moment of truth. Ready? No, that's not good. My head's still cut off. The guitar is in frame at least. So we got that. See though? I'll fix that after. This is just me testing where you can see the guitar in the I feel like this seems like a parody of a real video that's like, hey, we're gonna show you how to do an EP in one day. I feel like this is a parody. I don't know how to explain this. Okay, we gotta fix this. Like, it has been silent on this street since I moved here a couple months ago. I'm already pissed, see? Okay, I think this is the one. So let's try it one more time. Or not, we'll see. Alright. I've moved this a couple times. I'm really Virgoing out, which is never good. Okay. Make sure we're in focus. Okay, that sounds right. I can just tell by the sound of the... Look how red my face is getting. It's hot! Okay. Oh, shit. Slamming my guitar. See, this is real. Just somebody at least give me some props for being real instead of just being like, hey guys, welcome to my video on how to do an EP in one fucking day. Everything I do is amazing. And so I'm gonna show you how amazing I am. So I'm gonna edit out every single fucking moment of me getting pissed and I'm gonna look gorgeous and amazing. Stay. Stay. This is how I'm gonna be sitting. I also have to put my sheet music in front of me, like, out of frame. That's the last thing I have to do for this setup, so... Test. Aside from the mic, I have to plug that in, but that's easy. Let's see. See how we're doing. Please be the one. Please be the one. Please be the one.
Hey guys, welcome to my video on how to do an EP in one fucking day.
Okay, that's the intro to this fucking video. Hey guys. I'm sorry guys. This is just me, so welcome to the show, everybody. That looks good. We did it. See, you can see my guitar. My head's not cut off. Everything's in frame. Alright, now let's see what time it is. What time is it? My watch isn't on. My laptop's here. Okay. It's 11:43. What did I tell you guys when I started in there? I think it was 10:57. So, almost an hour, but we're set. Okay? Ignore the freaking Walmart box. I'm not sponsored. You should sponsor me, Walmart, goddammit. Okay? That's the sort of sponsorship that I'm going for. Believe it. If you can see it, you can believe it. Hey, guys. It's Missy Gordon, the Mystic here. I'm sponsored by Walmart. No, I'm not. Just legal disclaimer. But this is for... this is for my manifestation for the future when I am eventually sponsored by Walmart. Alright, we're set. Let's set up the sound. Then I'm going to practice a little bit on my songs. Set up the sheet music. And then we're going to start recording. Okay? Took me an hour. Was kind of annoyed. But we're here. We're here and we're queer. And we're doing it. I gotta put my songbook out here. Have my stand. Let's test it. That's a song I'm not putting in this, but I wrote a song called Sagittarius for my brother. I'm not putting it in this album, but so I have a song called Simple, Never Enough. I'm not putting Belly of the Beast on there. That was Belly of the Beast is up on my Honeybee channel, Honeybee Music. We have 4 songs. So there's that. Alright, y'all. I think we're freaking set, bro. I'm gonna practice a little bit. And then we're gonna start recording. Again, this is not going to be perfect. This is going to be a live in the studio, live in my living room version. I'm hoping to record all my music, like, higher quality in a music studio eventually. So that's why I kind of just get stuff out. Like, looking back at some of my past EPs, I'm like, I'm like love and light to me, but... this is the thing, like, I try not to be critical of myself because, or you should not of yourself, because if you're a musician or anything, like, you want to produce anything, how many people have books like this full of songs and they just don't do anything with it? I feel like it's so much safer, switch the angle. I feel like it's so much safer, especially as an artist of any kind, to remain this kind of mysterious, undiscovered artist because, and I said this in one of my Metamystic Show episodes, I talked about this concept of, like, it's much more magical to stay in this zone in your mind of, like, oh, I'm just an undiscovered genius that deserves a Grammy. But you have no EPs. I'm saying you, general you, right? Not you. You have no freaking music out. Your stuff is just, like, in a book somewhere. It's like, yeah, this is not the best. You guys see my equipment, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is probably all of this under $1,000, right? And I've had this camera. It's a Nikon D30-100. I've had this for years. It only records up to 10 minutes, so it's fucking annoying. But we make it work. That's my point. It's like being industrious. It's like Queen of Pentacles. Taking what you got, even if you get something from, like, your friend. My piano, my friend Mike gave me that piano. So, You know what I'm saying? It's like, my point is, just take what you got and do something with it, even if it's not that great. Like, today I'm gonna do my best, of course, as I always do. I'm a freaking Virgo. But even if I get to the end of this entire process and I'm like, it's not great, but, you know, it's like, I look at it as like a gift. I look at it as like, I wrote these songs, I'm putting them out, and, you know, we can always be better. We can always have better sound equipment. We can always have, you know, this is a one-man show. We're doing what we can with what we got, right, y'all? So that's the point of this video. I'm just trying to show that not only can you get a whole hell of a lot done in one damn day, so if you don't have time, you can get it done, number one. And number two, if you don't have the money to, like, have a bunch of, like, awesome equipment, literally, another way I could do this, I have a Yeti microphone that I use for my TikToks, okay? I bought a connector to plug into that USB mic, to plug it directly into my phone that I'm using right now. I could set this freaking bad boy right here, not this microphone because this is a condenser mic, but I have that Yeti mic in there. Again, I bought the connector for it. I can plug it directly into my phone. I could record the entire album right here with this phone and a $100 microphone. And import that bad boy right into my laptop into either Audacity or whatever software that you use to edit. You know what I'm saying? GarageBand. Right? So my point is, like, we can do a lot with a little. It's the equivalent of, like, say you're starting a business and you're like, I gotta get business cards, I gotta do all this. Just take literally like a piece of paper, cut it out into the shape of a business card. Missy Gordon, the Meta Mystic. Write out my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube on the back. This is the crazy part, is that especially in today's world where we're inundated with fake, with filters, with everything is perfect and overproduced. Even like normal people get like Botox and lip fillers and all this stuff, right? That's just the world that we live in. So in a weird side door sort of a way that people won't even admit, but it's deep in the subconscious because we're all human beings and we crave and desire intimacy and truth. If we could just be who we are, this is the reality. People will kind of secretly like the thrown together stuff better. Like, maybe they'll keep that business card because it's like handwritten. And maybe if it was something else, they would have just thrown it in the trash. I'm not saying that's an excuse for us to stay at a lower level, right? I fully intend to upgrade my equipment. You know what I'm saying? So don't stay. It's that tricky mindset again. It's like what I was saying before about, oh, it's so much better to stay in the delusion of, oh, I'm going to win a Grammy one day and I haven't recorded one damn EP. It's a similar vein of like giving ourselves an excuse to stay in more of a grassroots, like, oh, I'm never gonna sell out. That's toxic too. But what I'm saying is, while we're here, sometimes, or I've found many times, that people actually like the authenticity better, right? So somebody might like this EP more than if it was heavily produced in the studio. Regardless, that's just my thoughts on the topic. So I'm going to record, or not record yet, but I'm going to practice a little bit on these songs. Going to get everything set up, the sound and stuff, and then we're ready to roll. Running into another issue here. Yet again, remember, this is realistic. So usually when I do my EPs, I will type out all of the lyrics and put the chords. This time, I don't know what's happened this year, y'all, but like I have not had time for literally anything. And so, okay, I do not recommend this. I don't recommend to be like trying to decipher your own freaking handwriting and like, look at this. This is like a wreck. I'm trying to even like figure out what my own song is right now. Again, I'm saying this not so that you lose trust in me that I know what I'm doing, but But because there's a bunch of people just like walking by outside staring at me. So hello everyone, it's Miss Gordon Mystic here. Watch my YouTube channel. Alright, back. So what I'm trying to say here is anything's possible basically. Because this is a wreck. I'll figure it out. I gotta go through it a couple times. But here's my song list. Okay. The formal title, well, the title is Mitch, which is my brother's name. Songs I Wrote the Year You Died is the full title of the EP. So I have 8 of Swords, Limerence, Never Enough, and Simple. Those are my 4 songs. So my head hurts so freaking bad, y'all. Like, I have not been sleeping. The night before, I didn't sleep the whole night. I woke up with the worst headache, like, and then I just filmed all of my TikToks. I, like, batch edit them for the entire week, so I film, like, 42 videos. I did all that as well with, like, the worst freaking headache, like, right now, and it's coming back. It's, like, all the way down my face. Once again, I'm sharing this, not so you guys are like, oh, I hope you feel better, but thank you if you think that, but I'm saying it as like, there are literally, we could stop on anything. I have a terrible headache. I'm exhausted. Can't read my own damn handwriting. Don't know what's going on. There's a bunch of people outside my freaking house right now doing some crazy work on this lady's house next door. It's like, you know, oh, or what did I think? What did I think I was doing recording this EP? Like, my equipment is, it's not what it should be. People have such better equipment. Like, I watch covers on YouTube and people look like they're professionals, and I look like I'm filming this in a garage. Well, you know what? We're doing it. That is the point of this video. We are using what we got. We're not taking any excuses. Piscean daydreaming, my girl. You'd think I was a Pisces, but I'm a Virgo. And I love you. I love you, Pisces. I have a lot of Pisces friends, and I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. I'm 12th house stellium, but it's like, being a Virgo, yes, I'm organized, but at the same time, I feel like the power of a Virgo is to take something like this that just looks like a freaking wreck, and I can, like, make it work, right? So, and even if you're not a Virgo, that's the power of, like, determination, sheer will, and confidence that you're just like, all right, I'm gonna make this happen today. Okay, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. My head hurts really bad, so I'm just pausing for a minute. I'm telling you, you will see at the end of this day, I will have a completed EP with cover art, fully distributed to DistroKid and everything, Mercury retrograde. This one is way more organized. Thank you, past Melissa, for doing this. These songs, like 8 of Swords, 1/25/23, January 25th. I wrote this song Limerence, May 17th. I wrote this song Never Enough, November 16th. And Simple, I wrote on 12/17. So, literally just wrote these. And this is not like me, guys. Usually I'm writing songs all the time. And this past year, like, that's another point I want to make on this video. Like, this past year, I wasn't my normal self. I like how the flames are in my guitar. That would be a good lyric. Usually I'm way more creative than I've been, but this past year, I just moved to this house and everything. Like, you know, obviously my brother passed away. There's just been, and I don't want to go into like my personal life on this, but I just want to keep it raw, keep it real, and just be like, yeah, this was not a regular year for me, but I did grow a lot in other areas of my life. And just because I didn't write 50 songs this year doesn't mean I'm not a musician anymore. I feel like somebody needs to hear that for, like, whatever you're doing. Like, I have 4 solid songs here that I can record today. I actually have probably, like, 8 that I could have recorded, but my point is that even if you're feeling off, like, this is who you are. Like, maybe you're not a musician, but my point is that, like, just because you have, like, an off year or something, there are probably other things that Spirit was having you focus on, or other things that you needed to learn at that time. Like, this whole year has been such a big learning process. For me doing my readings. Like, I've been learning a lot about short form content this year. I've been doing a lot of TikTok stuff, a lot of, like, YouTube shorts. I've been working on building up my MITCH channel. So, yes, I'm sad that I don't have, like, a full album to release, but at the same time, it's like, this is where I'm at 2023, the end of 2023. So, this is what we got. And you know what? That's great. So, whatever you have, do something with it. You know, you don't have to feel like, oh, now you're not a musician anymore. Of course you are. Just as an example, you know? Because I feel like that too. Kind of like, what the hell happened this year? Like, normally I write way more songs than I did, but you know what? We go through ebbs and flows in life, and things happen. Like, don't be hard on yourself. In fact, your work will mean even more to people when you're authentic and genuine. Like, this album, this truly is just my heart, and some of the themes that I was going through and thinking about this past year. There's just a lot that has happened this year, and so the fact that I was able to squeeze out a couple nuggets by the end of the year, to me, is truly a triumph. And I hope that this video is helpful to you guys for whatever you're trying to do, or even just thinking about, like, I wonder what something that I could do is. Like, maybe you know, are a baker and you want to start, like, testing some of your recipes out on your friends. Like, it doesn't have to always be, like, this huge thing. Like, for me, this is a small thing that I can do, kind of like a bug in amber moment. Like, this album, this EP, can kind of encapsulate 2023 in a way that I can look back upon 20 years from now, right? As an example. You know, this could be a recipe card, right? This could be a recipe card that you look back on in 20 years and be like, oh my God, those are those cookies that I made for my friends in 2023, you know? I love you guys. I'm going to practice a little more. I'm going to do my makeup and my hair, and then we're going to get going. Now we're going to shine her up so it's nice and beautiful for the video. This is like wax. Put it back too while we're at it. I feel like Mr. Miyagi right now. I am teaching you all how to something. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty much just teaching, like, just do it, basically. Just do it. Look how much shinier it already looks. I love it. And it smells so good. Some people shine their cars. I shine my guitars. See? Rhyming and everything. Getting in the zone, y'all. It's happening. I really need to replace these strings, but we're not doing that today. Do not have time for all that. It's getting late. Okay. Yeah. I can see your face in that thing. Beautiful. I'm gonna finish my makeup. Then we are ready to soar, y'all. We made it. We made it to the actual process of filming. Yes. All right. Beautiful. See you on the other side. Why does love fade? Why do things change? Why did I stay when you went away? Yeah. I'm gonna get canceled. And the final touch. I tried to do kind of like a cold girl makeup. I don't know, this thing going around on TikTok. We're ready. Oh shit. The Leo illusion has been... Oh, people keep asking me what this color is, by the way. It's Divine Wine. Maybelline. The Leo illusion. What do you think, guys? Okay, this is the look. Wow. What happened, bro? Alright, we're ready. Let's go. Probably gonna have to retune that now. But yeah, anyways, we're ready. Aside from that blunder, the Leo illusion has been soiled. Honestly, I actually got kind of emotional at that one at the end. Alright. Maybe that's why I didn't do music this year, honestly. Because, like, music is... Yeah. It makes me feel my emotions. I know I'm a cold earth sign, but I do have them. Alright. We got that done. So, yeah, I feel a lot from that song. Why does love fade? Why do things change? Why did I stay when you went away? That's the chorus. Alright. One down, 3 to go. In everything, I wanna know how far I'd get without knowing anything yet. Alright, so 2 songs down. That was never enough. We got our track. Let's savor. And we're gonna get to number 3. Alright, we gotta show the tired point. This is the classic tired point. First 2 songs, simple and never enough. Pretty much recorded them in 1 take or maybe 2. For some reason on Limerence, I'm on like the 5th take. I feel like I already have a good one, but I think I'm just hitting that tired point. When you hit the tired point, you'll know it. When I start to get like frustrated, I try not to take it all out of myself and be like, dude, you suck. Why do you even play music? Like I used to do. I try to just be like, all right, dude, just chill for a second. Like you just played like a lot of music. Just, and this can apply for anything for you. It doesn't have to be music. Burger. Quick break. Burger. These guys are literally banging right outside my window. And not that kind. The slamming kind. Oh. I kind of just do like a space out when I get to this point and just let myself like ground again. It's like, all right, we got half of it done. Good job. Just take a second. We don't have to like stop for a long period of time. I just take a minute. I kind of like, yeah, I kind of just ground myself. Cause my arm and my like shoulder starts to hurt when I play guitar too long. I also just try not to take stuff too seriously. Like, the way that I see this album is like I think I said this before in another clip. It's like a bug in amber. This is 2023 for me. You know, it doesn't have to be some spectacular Taylor Swift album. It just has to be me and just authentic and real. And this is what I got. So, when I get like this, in this mode of like, it's a hard feeling to describe. It's kind of just like when you, it's like when you get to the halfway point and you kind of are just like, ugh. I don't know. It's like a feeling of, oh, I wish this was better, or I wish this was like easier for me. Why does it seem easy for other people? First of all, it's not easy for other people. And second of all, there's nothing wrong with putting like some hard work into something. Like, this is also another kind of issue that I've really worked through with myself. This fear of being a tryhard. Like, in the past, I used to actually like underperform kind of on purpose, so that it didn't seem like that was my best and I gave it my all, and then people thought it wasn't that good, and that would really hurt me. So if I kind of just did it like half-assed and just got it done and people didn't think it was good, then I could think secretly to myself, well, that wasn't all I had anyway. I kind of just like threw that together. That's a weird thing I've had to work through. My camera shut off. I forgot I was recording that whole time. But that's like another kind of weird thing I've had to work through, where like it's okay for me to like try. You know, like it's okay for me to record this song 5 times. And I think the only reason why this is happening is because I'm getting tired. You know. My point is, though, what's wrong with me, like, trying? What's wrong with you actually trying? Does anybody relate to that? Anyways, all right. I'm gonna record my song Limerence, and then I'm going to record Eight of Swords, and then I'm going to start doing the editing. We will get this done today. Watch. What time is it? I gotta fix my lipstick. It's 2:34. 2:34. See, everything takes steps, it takes time, it takes effort, and one step at a time, you will get there. We got this. Oh no! What is that? What's that little blinking red battery? Oh, good thing I have 2 more batteries on hand. No, seriously, like, even when I'm recording readings, this happens. So, batteries, good to have on hand. I did it, guys. Now we have to listen back and make sure everything's okay. So I'm going to leave everything set just in case we have any issues. It is Mercury retrograde after all, in case something like recorded weird or whatever. So I'm just going to chill on the couch, listen back through my audio, check my video, and if everything's set, I'm going to put everything away, and then I'm going to start working on editing everything, doing the cover art, and then I'll get to what we do next. Now, let me just say this really quick. I'm using DistroKid, and I've used them for years, and basically what it is, if you're not aware, is like, say I take this entire project, this MITCH EP, and I upload it to DistroKid. What they do is they distribute it to, like, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, you name it, they will distribute it there. I will say that you really should give it, like, a few weeks before your release date, because it takes them a little bit of time to distribute that stuff. But I've also had experiences where it's been on Apple like in a couple days. So don't take my word for that, because I don't know exactly how their system works. I'm going to be uploading mine to YouTube and premiering it for you guys on YouTube. And so I'm using DistroKid. Again, not sponsored. They should sponsor me, damn it. But I'm using DistroKid just so that everything later on is able to be listened and streamed on like all different platforms. But regardless, it will be available December 25th, 2023 on my Honeybee Music channel. And but I just wanted to show you guys the process of DistroKid. It's very easy. You basically just upload everything and name your tracks. It is a little bit after 3 p.m. and I'm gonna do this and then we'll get to that. As always, when I'm listening through, I feel like I get like super critical, but at the same time, whatever. Like that's my whole point of saying all this stuff to you guys, is like, I'm just trying to be honest with this process, because when I get to this part, when I get to the audio, I'm like, it's not my best, it's not great. But that's the thing though, it's like I'm literally doing this in a day, and it puts something into existence where if I did not do this today, it just wouldn't be in existence, because I don't have time. Like, I just don't have time to do this. And I took today, like, I worked really, really hard on other stuff that I was working on so that I could have today to do this. So my point is, just don't be hard on yourself, because this is this is always a part of my process when I get to this point where after it's all done, I start to get like too critical. And you know what? Like, the fact that this is finished, I have written these songs, and now I'm in the editing process. I got a lot done today. It's 3:36 right now. I'm proud of myself, and as hard as it is for me, sometimes I just have to take a minute and be like, you know what? I'm really proud of myself. When I was growing up, like, I didn't have that sort of a culture in my family. Like, it was actually looked at as kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. To be proud of yourself, it kind of wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't allowed, but it was kind of like considered pride. So even as an adult, I still find it hard to be like, I'm proud of you, Missy. You really did a good job today. You got a lot done, and we are going to finish this. And there's no reason for you to be this critical of yourself, you know? And so I wanted to share this part as well, because this is something that I go through every time I create something. I get like very critical of myself and think like, you could have done a better job, or why didn't you like record that again or make it sound better. For me, when I listen to artists that I really, really love, I always prefer their acoustic albums without fail. Like, it could be Taylor Swift. I prefer listening to her acoustic and live. I'm just saying. So it's like the very things that we are critical about in ourselves, the very thing that we could be critical about in ourselves may be the part of the song that causes somebody to feel something. That crack in your voice where it's like people can see into your soul for that moment. It's just a moment of authenticity. That could be the healing frequency that somebody needs when they're listening to this music. So for me, this criticalness that I struggle with honestly comes from a lot of really like traumatic events from my life, as well as me just being a Virgo, of course. But I feel like, especially with creative pursuits, like if you're a creative person, which we all are in our own ways, right? So when you're doing something creative, it's like it couldn't be any more vulnerable, right? It couldn't be any more of you like putting your heart out there to be like judged by everyone, right? Like I have so many memories of playing a song where I literally would have like a tear in my eye as I was playing it, because it was like just truly from my heart in front of a group of people. And they kind of just reacted, like family members and stuff would react kind of just like, I don't want to say they made fun of me, but like imagine just literally pouring your soul out and then just having people kind of almost seeming like they were uncomfortable or something. So Love and Light, I've had lots of like really negative experiences when I like open up my heart. So this is my point with saying this. All the more we need to do this stuff, like all the more. There's probably a reason why people feel that way. First of all, they're not our people. Second of all, if people are disturbed or make fun of or mock authenticity, my left ear is ringing so freaking bad right now, like a very high pitch. If people are doing that to you, that means that they're not authentic. So it's like you being so raw and authentic and beautiful in who you are, that's always going to, I mean, Denzel Washington said it best. Your light irritates other people's demons. Love and light, you know. So I'll just leave it with that. But so when I'm doing this editing process and I start to get critical, I just try to take a step back and remember that the very things that I could think were, you know, mistakes or, you know, not my best or whatever, could be the very thing that impacts somebody in a positive way, because they're actually listening to somebody that is just authentically singing or speaking their truth or whatever you're doing, right? So I just wanted to say that, because like this part of the process for me can get kind of like emotional because I'm too hard on myself, so I try to just remove that from the situation and just be like, you know what, Missy, it's everything that I said this entire process. Like, the fact that we are completing this is the achievement, right? So whatever you're doing in your life right now, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, all the more, like, it's better that it's not, because that's just, it's like a snapshot of who you were in that moment with all your imperfections, perfectly imperfect. We can always make it better later, right? So I love you guys. I'm going to keep working on this, and then I'll check in when we get to the next part of the process. Damn it. So close. I need to re-record my song Limerence, unfortunately. I'll show you why. Hold on. There's a difference between me just being, like, picky and something actually, like, blowing your ears out. So here you go. Look at that. Oof. Yeah, one more time. Yeah. So, okay. And that's, I'm glad I didn't put everything away, right? This is why I do this, because I would have been so upset right now. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna fix my lipstick, and I'm going to re-record the song. Damn it. So close yet so far. Okay. I'm starting to lose my voice. Oh God. Guys, we're almost done. Come on. We can do this. Okay. Come on. One more. Back to you. Damn it, y'all. My throat. Shit. Clouds cascading. Morning dew. The hallway widens. This song goes low, so... All right. We got this. We got this. Wind on my tears, chafing my face. I have one where I made it all the way through without my voice cracking, but I had a malfunction on one of the chords. For some reason, I played G instead of C, so it kind of like I messed up basically, but hopefully I'm gonna listen back to it. Hopefully it's good enough, you know what I mean? Because I really can't even sing anymore, so alright. Like, it's just gonna have to be good enough, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Just remember how strong I started. Just remember this morning, guys. Remember how it was this morning. Thinking back to that moment. Alright. It's dark out now. So, please, God, let this be the one. Whatever. It's good enough, guys. Oh, you can't hear it. Guys, okay, we're cooking with gas, friends. There's the 4 songs. Edited, the videos, and the audio. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to export these each individually, and I'm going to post them each as their own song on my Honeybee Music channel. And then I'm also going to release the full set as one video. So there will be 5 videos total, sorry for the light, that I release on my Honeybee Music channel. Alright? So that's for the video portion. I'm going to edit those, well, they're already edited. I'm going to export these, and I'm going to upload them to YouTube. While that's all going on, then I'm going to get the cover art together that I'm going to edit on Canva, not sponsored. I already have the picture that I want to use. It's my favorite picture of my brother. And, hold on, let me get it. Okay, here it is. This one right here. And then this, I don't know if you can see that, but that was going to be my original song list, and I cut it down to 4 songs. So, alright, now we're going to go to Canva, and we are going to edit it into the right size and everything. I'll catch up with you guys when the cover art is finished. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting tired. Alright, I have a couple options here. So, I made this darker. I like that better. It stands out more. I thought about either putting Honeybee here, or I kind of prefer it here. It kind of balances it out more. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think that's the one. Because I put this light here, and then these go together. I think it looks good. So, we got that. Lipstick on my teeth? No, we're good. Yeah, I think that looks cool. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of, Sufjan Stevens. I don't even know what album that would have been, but he has an album cover that looks kind of like that. Anyways, I think it looks pretty cool. I did 3000 by 3000 for the dimensions. So here's DistroKid. As you can see, these are all of my previous albums here. Honeybee. I have all of my other stuff under Missy Gordon, and then that's my newest album that I put out. When did I put this thing out? I put this out, oh my god, November of last year. That's just not like me. I normally always put out like a couple things a year. So anyways, I'm really glad that I'm doing this one, but I just wanted to show you guys this. I made this little promo for the end. Here, let me make it bigger. Very simple. I'm just gonna put that at the end here. Just a very simple way to advertise the album at the end of this set so that people can see like the cover art. So yeah, that's just a little extra something I'm putting in here. It's 5:48. So we're getting there. We're almost there. I'm going to export this stuff and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so I just time-stamped the full set. And now I'm going to export this, start uploading that, and then split those each into 4 individual videos. Then I'm going to upload the audio files. AIFF, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's what I always use to DistroKid. Because remember, we have our cover art, and we're almost there, y'all. It's 6:03. All right, here we are on DistroKid. I have uploaded the 4 tracks, so let's continue. She's loading. Your release date is cutting it close. I know. But actually it might be out streaming by the 25th because it's the 19th today. So we'll see. We'll test it. There we go, guys. All set. Didn't take very long at all.
Hey guys, so this is a couple days later after I got all my EP stuff done. I did finish it in a day. So just to recap, we filmed everything, edited everything, put it on DistroKid, uploaded it to YouTube, and now it's premiering on the 25th. Today is the 21st, I think. So we managed to do it, but I also wanted to show you guys that I cleaned out my entire studio as well. Remember when I was in here and I was like, oh, this I need to fix all these cords. I fixed all the cords. Everything looks really nice and tidy. It's hard to see. I'm plugged into my microphone, so. Also, this is a really like easy setup for, let me just take it out for a minute, for people who want to do like content without having like a more advanced setup. Like you have to, a lot of those condenser mics, you need to have like the middleman. It doesn't just like plug directly in, especially to your phone. Not necessarily, without a lot of like rigging and stuff. Anyways, I'm sure a tech nerd will definitely come in and be like, that's not true, Missy. But regardless, whatever. I'm not Think Media. I don't know what to tell y'all, but this is what we got going on here. This is the Yeti, and then this is the connector. You can literally get this on Amazon. And there we go. So I use this when I film all of my like short form content and stuff, but I just wanted to show this to you guys if you were curious, because I mentioned it before. Also to show you, I just filmed a bunch of shorts for YouTube. So I recalibrated everything in here. I moved all of my like extra stuff out of here. My other instruments. I forgot you can't hear me. My other instruments I put out there. So I just like cleaned up the entire space. So my point with saying this is like, yes, I finished my EP, but I also made my studio really nice because I had to rip everything down to record that. So not only can you record an EP in a day or do a project similar to that in a day, but you also are going to find along the way that there are like other benefits to it. Like I just said, me cleaning out my studio along the way because I had to, right? So I love you guys so much. Really, anything is possible. You don't have to do anything in a day, but you can, especially if you're running low on time and you need to get something done and you feel like if you don't do it that day, then it's not going to happen before the end of the year, which is me. And now my new EP, MITCH, Songs I Wrote the Year You Died, 4-song EP, will be out December 25th. 2023. I love you, Mitch, and I love you all. Thank you all for being here and coming along on my journey for my EP in a day. It is possible. You can do it. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Well, you're probably seeing this after the holidays, so Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Thank you for being here, guys. As always, great to have you. You can always listen to this podcast under the MetaMystic Show with an exclamation point at the end. Thank you. On Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as on my YouTube channel at the MetaMystic. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can always purchase merch. Links are down in the description. I'm selling them through my Etsy shop. Currently, that may change, but for now, it's through my Etsy shop. I have shirts available. I have these mugs that I use literally every day for my freaking iced coffee because I'm a cliche New Englander, right? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Love to read your comments as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe. YouTube currency, as we know. If you'd like to donate as well, links are in the description box below. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one.